The following tutorial is brought to you by the University at Buffalo Libraries Access Services. This tutorial contains both video and audio. This tutorial demonstrates how to use the MEDLINE database to locate scholarly journal articles, produced by the University at Buffalo Libraries Access Services. The Medical Literature Analysis and Retrieval System Online, or MEDLARS, online system is the database of the United States National Library of Medicine, referred to as MEDLINE. To access the MEDLINE database, go to the University at Buffalo Library's homepage at http://library.buffalo.edu. Hover over Libraries and Collections and select Health Sciences Library. On the HSL homepage, select the Databases tab above the main search area. A drop-down menu appears. Click on this menu to see a list of the main databases UB offers in the biomedical sciences, and select MEDLINE. On the MEDLINE main page, the default search settings are Advanced Search and Map Term to Subject Heading, meaning that MEDLINE will automatically work to match the term or phrase we enter to the subject headings of the database. To perform a keyword search without subject heading mapping, simply unselect that box. For these examples, we will leave these options selected, as they represent one of the best ways to search. Let's craft a search for scholarly journal articles about telecommunications. Type telecommunications into the search field and click Search. MEDLINE brings us to the subject heading results page, where we can see that telecommunications is a MEDLINE subject heading. If we click the telecommunications link, we can see the tree view of the heading, which shows all of the related headings and subterms within the telecommunications category, as well as the number of articles within each category. This allows us to look at other terms we might be interested in, or to narrow our search even further. We have a few options in setting our search parameters here: Explode and Focus. Explode lets us include every subterm within the heading category, and Focus makes sure articles returned will focus on our topic rather than only giving it a passing mention. For this search, we are going to select both Explode and Focus to ensure that all telecommunications subterms are searched, and that we only get results which focus on telecommunications. The next page gives us the option to use qualifying subheadings to control the scope of our search. The more options we select here, the narrower our search will be. For this example, we will choose Trends, and then Continue. The search has turned up over 800 results, so unless we have a few months to read them all, it is a good idea to add some limiters. To view these results, we can click Display, or scroll down the page. Results are sorted so that the most recent materials are first in the list. In the green search area, there is a Limit section that can be opened by clicking the arrow on the left side. At the bottom of the box, there are two buttons: Additional Limits and Edit Limits. Edit Limits allows you to personalize future searches by changing what limiters come up initially. Additional Limits brings up a full display of the options we have to narrow our results, so we'll click on that to begin. There are many possible limiters on this page, and right away we can select the English language to view articles that are only in English. We only want to view journal articles, so we'll select Journal Article from the Publication Type list farther down the page. We know we need materials published in the last 5 years, so we'll select the last 5 years from the Year Published option at the bottom of the page. It is advisable that you explore this page a bit to find the limiters that will provide you with the best possible results for your particular search. Click on Limit a Search. This time the results page lists two searches, the original one and the one modified by the limiters. Notice that the number of results after applying the limiters is now just 142, which is much more manageable. Now let's try to search for medication errors. Click the link to view the tree structure. Since medication errors has no subterms, this time we will focus our search, and we won't choose any qualifying subheadings. This search found over 5,000 results, so we need to apply some filters. For this example, we'll click on Additional Limits and choose the same options that we did in the previous search: English, Journal Articles, from the last 5 years. There are still over 1,500 results, so we have to focus our search even more. Go back to Additional Limits. Note that every time you change limiters, your new limiters will be added to the last set of limiters sequentially, so it is not necessary to reselect your original limiters. So we will select nursing journals as our journal subset. Note that in these tutorials, we never limit our searches to full text. This is because when a journal article is not immediately available through MEDLINE, UB may have access through a different database. We have to leave this box unselected to find those articles and check other UB subscriptions. However, if you are pressed for time, only need a very few articles, or if any item in your topic will suffice, it may be useful to utilize the full text limiter. This time we only have 373 results. If you wish, you may continue adding limiters until you have narrowed the results down to a number you are comfortable with. If you find that you are getting too few results, try removing some of the limiters to expand your search. Notice that all of our previous searches from the session are listed at the top of the page, and if at any time you would like to return to the results of any one of them, you may do so by clicking on that search's display button. Once we have a page of search results we wish to look through, there are a couple of things that we can do. First, using the Results Manager, we may change how our results are sorted, as well as the format and fields of displayed results. We may also take action on sets of results that we have selected, including emailing and saving them. If we find an article we are interested in, the first thing we want to look for is the link to the full text. Sometimes this will be a link to a different database, or a PDF full text icon, meaning we can access the full text immediately from MEDLINE. If we want an article that has no link to a full text copy, we can click the Search for Article button, which will access UB's catalog and determine whether an immediately accessible version is available. This page will provide a link to the article, or a link to the interlibrary loan request form so that you may order the article if necessary. We can also click Complete Reference to view all the bibliographic data on that article, including all the subject headings that apply to it, which you may consider for future searches. There are many other things users can do in the MEDLINE database, so we encourage you to explore and experiment. Thus ends our tutorial about the MEDLINE database. In this tutorial, you learned how to perform a search and filter search results using the MEDLINE database. Thank you for watching. To request another video tutorial, please contact us by phone at 716-829-5742 or email at hslill@buffalo.edu.